One Piece, 10 Things You Didn't Realize Were Foreshadowed. One Piece follows a boy named Monkey D. Luffy who has aspirations to find the One Piece. Here are some moments that were foreshadowed in the anime. The story of One Piece follows a young boy named Monkey D. Luffy who has strong aspirations to find the legendary One Piece. The creator, Eiichiro Oda, has a habit of leaving subtle clues for fans. These clues lead to massive events in the story. Sometimes it takes a few months for the foreshadowing to be explained, and sometimes it takes years. Either way, Oda's foreshadowings never ceasing to amaze us. 10. Laboon knowing the Rumbar Pirates. Who would have known one of the pirates Laboon was waiting for at Reverse Mountain, joins the Straw Hats. Shortly after Luffy's crew enters the Grand Line. They run into Laboon, who ends up swallowing them whole. Inside of the massive whale, lives Crocus, a former doctor of Gold, Roger's crew. He laments to the Straw Hats Laboon has been waiting for over 5 decades for the Rumbar Pirates to return to him. In the Thriller Bark arc, it is revealed one of Rumbar Pirates, Brook, is still alive. The rest of the crew die from an illness. Brook survives due to his devil fruit, Yomi Yomi no Mi. The Straw Hats inform him about Laboon. Brook breaks into tears to find out Laboon is still waiting for him and his crew. 9. Finding out Luffy's grandfather is a Marine. During the post-Long Ring arc, the Straw Hats encounter Admiral Kazan, who is looking for Nico Robin. He also informs Luffy and his crew that he knows Luffy's grandfather. Luffy turns pale when Kazan mentions his grandfather. Judging by Luffy's expression, his grandfather seems like a scary man. After the events of the Enies Lobby arc, Monkey D. Garp makes his actual debut. He has been seen in previous episodes, however, his face is covered. As soon as he sees Luffy, he attacks him. This foreshadowing of Luffy's grandfather works so well because Oda does a great job of dropping subtle hints about him. 8. The foreshadowing Blackbeard. This foreshadowing came out of nowhere, and that's why it works. Up to this point in the One Piece story, Marshall D. Teach, otherwise known as Blackbeard, is revered as a treacherous and vile pirate. However, when Luffy encounters him in Jaya, he evokes an aloof persona. Moreover, Blackbeard praises Luffy and Zoro for not retaliating against Bellamy and his crew. This made it even harder for the audience to believe he is the guy Ace is looking for. That's the genius writing of Oda. 7. Shanks warns Whitebeard about Blackbeard. Anytime Shanks meets with an important figure in the story, an important event is about to unfold. Shanks decides to have a conversation with Whitebeard about Blackbeard. Shanks informs Edward Newgate not to pursue Blackbeard anymore. He exclaims that he got the scar on his face through a quarrel with Blackbeard. He then explains to Whitebeard how Blackbeard is a dangerous pirate that is willing to do anything to get ahead. Which is why he wants Portgas D. Ace to stop pursuing him. Whitebeard obviously did not heed Shanks' warning. After Teach defeats Ace, Ace ends up being taken to the impenetrable prison. Impel Down. This one incident leads to one of the greatest wars in One Piece history, known as the Paramount War. 6. Monkey D. Dragon at Logtown. The Logtown arc sets up a lot of events, introduces new characters and some familiar ones, as well. One character that no one expects to see is the father of the Straw Hat Captain. Monkey D. Dragon is the hooded figure that saves Luffy from the clutches of Smoker. Fans find out his identity almost a decade later, during the Post-Enies Lobby arc when Garp tells Luffy that his dad ran into him at Logtown. Of course, it's unbeknownst to him. 5. Robin's secret. Ever since Robin first joins the Straw Hats, everyone including fans expects she is hiding something from them. Turns out there is some truth to that. When the Kazan encounters the Straw Hats, he divulges Robin is not to be trusted. He also vaguely explains why her bounty is so high. It's not because of her power level, rather it's the information she knows. This plot point carries over to the Water 7 arc. When Robin leaves the crew, after framing the Straw Hats for a crime they didn't commit. Luffy and the Straw Hats find out in this arc the world government deems Robin dangerous because she can read the poneglyphs. 4. Momonosuke actually being from the past. During the Wano arc, Kin Eamon admits to the Straw Hats he, Momonosuke, Reizo, and Kanjuro, traveled 20 years into the future. Albeit everyone is obviously shocked by this unprecedented news. There are clues that they traveled through time. In the Zou arc, Momonosuke claims he met Gold Roger. This is odd considering the boy is only 8 years old and Roger died over 20 years ago. He would have had met him before his execution. Furthermore, when Luffy and Law visit the graves of the royal family of Wano, Law explains to Luffy the gravesite has been abandoned for 20 years. Luffy then notices Reizo, Kin Eamon, Kanjuro names on graves. This means they were alive 20 years prior. 3. Foreshadowing of the Yonkos. The 4 emperors have been the central focus during the events of the post-time skip. Due to their reign over the New World, the world government hasn't been able to completely control that part of the Grand Line. During the events after Enies lobby, Monkey D. Garp explains to the Straw Hats why the New World is so treacherous. 2. Ace's execution. After the events of the Thriller Bark arc, Luffy notices that the piece of paper that Ace gave him is starting to burn. This piece of paper is known as a Viver card, which identifies a person's life force. Big Mama's daughter, Lola, informs him Ace's life may be in danger because the card is starting to burn. Nami is drastically growing concerned. However, Luffy tells her not to worry. Unfortunately, the Viver card is another foreshadowing of Ace's demise. This further ensues. He clearly lost his fight between him and Blackbeard. 1. The Road Poneglyphs. When the Straw Hats are at the land of Zou, they stumble upon a red poneglyph. It entails details about the Raftel, where one piece is located, the road poneglyphs. Nekomamushi and Inuyasha both explain there are 3 others they need to find to get to the last island. Way back in the Skypiea arc, Robin finds a poneglyph in the base of the Golden Belfry. It is here she deduces there are 2 types of poneglyphs, one that requires information and one that tells the reader the whereabouts of something. She also finds out Roger has been on the island. Seeing that his name is inscribed near the poneglyphs, moreover, it's in the same language as the poneglyphs.